This is the United Nations building in New York City. Gathered here are representatives of nations from all over the world, carving out the destiny of mankind. This building has become an important attraction to out-of-town visitors, as well as the New Yorkers themselves.
This is really some place, all right, ain't it, Andy?
Yeah, it sure is. You know, that was a good idea of yours, Amos, of us doing a little sightseeing now and then.
No, I enjoyed it, Andy.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things in New York that I ain't never even seen.
Oh, yeah. And when you stop to think of the museums, the zoo, and the Statue of Liberty, and the United Nations building here, why, it's an education right in itself.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Oh.
And that is, Andy, the East River.
You know, I'd like to see a lot more of this place, if only we could find out why they start the guided tours.
Yeah, we better ask somebody.
Well, let's ask these fellas then. Pardon me, sir, but could you tell me where you signed up for the guided tours?
Scusatemi, io non capisco che vostra dice, il rappresentante d'Italia ancora non parla vostra lingua. Scusatemi.
That subway we come on didn't take us out of the country, did it?
We better ask somebody else, Andy.
Yeah, come on. Pardon me, sir, but could you tell me where we signed up for the guided tours?
A ver, vayan ustedes hasta allí nada más. Que tomen el elevador que suba al segundo piso. Después, den vuelta a la derecha. Y ahí están. Se encuentran todos los agentes.
Let's go see the Statue of Liberty.
Sir, could you tell us where the guided tour starts?
First intelligent answer we've had.
Andy, we just gonna have to find it ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me, miss. But I wonder if you could tell us where the guided tour starts. We've been having a little trouble trying to find it here.
Je ne comprends pas.
Huh?
Je ne comprends pas.
Hello.
Je peux demander à quelqu'un s'il y a un restaurant dans ce bâtiment.
Well, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm willing to learn. How about me and you having something to eat together? Eating?
Ah oui, un restaurant.
Say, Amos, why don't you run along on your sightseeing tour?
Yeah, I know. And you want to see what you can do about untangling the foreign situation, huh?
Yeah, well, you don't mind, do you, Amos? You see, all my life I've been wanting to meet a Hungarian gal.
Morning, Mr. Kingfish. Here's your mail.
Thanks, Lightning. Say, Lightning, where is Andy at these days? I ain't seen him around here lately.
Andy, he's got a new romance. He went out sightseeing the other day and met some beautiful French-speaking gal. It seemed that this French gal can't talk no English, and Andy, he can't talk no French.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. He asked me to look up a language school where he can learn what she's talking about. He ought to be down any minute, though.
The boy looking for a language school, huh?
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Andy.
Hi. Say, Lightning, did you find out anything about that French,
Hey, Indra, welcome.
Say, Kingfish, what is this all about? That sign on the door there and all this hugging and kissing.
Well, Andy, maybe you ain't heard, but I done opened up a French-speaking school here. Well, it's a branch of that famous university, the Ile-de-France.
Yeah, well, how come you in a thing like this? I never knowed you to know nothing about French.
Well, Andy, you may and you may not know. As a child, I had a French governess who taught me everything from far odds et cœur to hinky-dinky party-vous. And on
on top of that, having a beret and everything, I thought I might as well take advantage of the knowledge I done stopped up.
Kingfish, I know you don't believe this, but it so happens that I'm looking for a school where I can learn how to speak French.
Well, Andy, you don't tell me. That sure is a coincidence, all right, ain't it?
Yeah, well, how much you charge for lessons?
Well, Andy, for the full course of lessons, I'll bring you up to 150 francs.
How much is that?
Well, let me see how I can explain this to you. How much money you got on you now, son?
Well, let's see. $27.
Well, I'll be doggone. That sure is a coincidence. Because $27 just happened to be exactly 150 francs. So why don't you just frank the stuff over and we get rolling here?
Yeah. Well, look, Kingfish, the reason that I want to learn this French is I done met a French gal the other day that I is crazy about.
Oh, you don't tell me.
Yeah, but I ain't making no headway with her. I figured if we knowed what each other was saying, I might do better.
Well, Andy, the thing to do is learn her mother's tongue. Now, let's get along with the first lesson. But, Andy, does you know anything about French at all?
Yeah, well, I know a couple of words and things. Like, for instance, like when you tell the gal she's sweet, you say, mon cherry.
Oh, no, Andy. You got the wrong accent on there. In the French language, that ain't cherry. That's cherie. Cherie.
Cherie. Cherie.
Yeah, and in the French language, the one where you don't accent the first syllable, you sprays it.
Oh. Cherie. Cherry.
Oh, you're spraying good there, boy. Miranda. Well, come on, let's get along with the next lesson. I want you to get the feel of the French language, Andy. So I'm going to run over a little song here. Ist das nicht Schnitzelbank? Ja, das ist das Schnitzelbank. Schnitzelbank, Schnitzelbank. Oh, du schon, oh, du schon, oh, du schon, Schnitzelbank.
This is French, huh, Kingfish?
Oh, sure, Andy. Genuine Castilian French. Ist das nicht Schnitzelbank? Ja, das ist
Wait a
das.
minute, kid. What is a Schnitzelbank?
Well, Andy, just what the words say. It's a bank where you deposit schnitzels.
It would, all right, but I don't think I'm going to ever get a chance to use it.
Well, Andy, now you sing it with me this time.
Yeah.
Ist das nicht das Schnitzelbank? Ja, das ist das Schnitzel.
Oh, hello, Amos.
Oh, hi, fellas. Say, what's going on here?
Well, I was learning French, Amos, and I was doing pretty good, too. I already know where to deposit schnitzels if I ever get any.
Get out of your heads. That ain't French, it's German.
German? Is you 100% sure of that, Amos?
Why, certainly, that's a German song.
Well, that certainly fooled me. I knowed I shouldn't never have trusted that French governess.
Kingfish, what about my 150 francs?
Well, Andy, we just change it over into marks and go on with the letter. It's got schnitzel.
Hold it. Give me my money.
Holy mackerel, Kingfish. Don't you ever get tired of trying to pull fast ones?
Well, all right then. Here, there it is.
Say, what's all this French stuff for, Andy? On account of that gal you met?
Oh, yeah, Amos, and I head over heels in love with her, too. But I ain't making no time with her. We don't know what each other's saying.
Well, maybe the problem ain't the language.
Yeah, Andy, maybe Amos got a point there. I believe I remember reading someplace that before you can make any headway with the phone gals, you got to get the seal of approval from the parents.
Oh, so that's it, huh? Well, she don't seem to have no papa.
Well, then the mama is the one you got to get in good with.
Yeah. I got a date to go up there at 7 o'clock tonight, and I'll meet her mama. I'll start the campaign then. Well, so long, Kingfish. So long, Amos.
So long, Andy.
Hey, but Andy, you wouldn't want to buy a beret, would you? Amos, did you ever wear one of these things?
Now, please, Kingfish.
Colette? Colette! Amos attend! Mais oui, maman! J'arrive! Est-ce que vous donner la robe? Ah, mais bien sûr, ma chérie. Merci. Je le tends à tout moment. Es-tu amoureuse de Monsieur Brown? Ah, il est vieux. Je comprends pas. Ce n'est qu'un copain pour s'amuser. Ça doit être Louis qui ça. Oui, c'est Louis.
Hello, honey. How is you?
Bonsoir, Monsieur Randy. Quel plaisir de vous voir.
Oh, hello, my Cherry.
Oui, je vous présenter ma mère.
Oh, your mama. Yeah.
Maman, voici donc André Brown. Monsieur Brown, comment allez-vous?
Oh, yeah, mama. You know, I was so glad to meet you. You was just as nice as your daughter.
Ah, il n'est pas si vieux. Lady, en gros.
Oh, yeah, I was a dog, all right. Get better acquainted.
Oui.
You know, I sure is glad to meet Colette's mama. Something smells good. What is we having for dinner?
Mais je ne comprends pas.
Dinner. Eat.
Il a mal à la gorge. Il faut faire quelque chose.
That's right, eat.
Oh, maman.
You know, Colette, your mama sure is nice. This is the life. Oh, is this the first course?
Je ne sais pas ce que c'est.
Sure has been a wonderful evening. Well, I'll be going now. Good night, both of you.
Bonsoir, André.
Yeah.
Bonsoir, André.
Good night, Colette. Good night.
Maman, as-tu remarqué la même chose que moi ce soir? Comment te dire? Il parut plus intéressé en toi que moi. Je l'ai remarqué aussi. Maman, il t'aime toi, pas moi. Oui. Il était très attentif. Il ferait un mari parfait pour toi.
Andy, you really got it bad, ain't ya? But tell me this. Is you figuring on proposing to the gal?
Yeah, and that's what's got me kind of worried.
Andy, you worried about proposing? A man who spent more time on one knee than he has on both his feet?
Well, I admit, Kingfish, that I has proposed to a lot of American gals, but this is the first time I ever dabbled with the import trade.
Well, Andy, there's one thing I know about these foreign gals. You got to ask their mama for the daughter's hand in marriage.
Yeah, but her mama don't speak no English, and how is I going to make her understand I want to marry her daughter?
Well, Andy, it's a funny thing about that word marriage with women.
Well, what's that, Kingfish?
Well, you can say it in Italian, you can say it in German, you can say it in Chinese, and you can say it in Romanian. You can say it frontward, sideways, or backward. But for some reason or other, they all seem to know what it means.
Nous sommes ici que depuis quelques mois et nous ne connaissons personne ici. Oui, mais nous sommes très heureux de vous connaître. Vous êtes assez gentil, monsieur.
Yeah, well, that all sounds very interesting, even if I don't know what you're saying, but look, try to understand this. Me, Andrew Brown, want your permission To marry?
Marry?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, oui! Emma, mais tu sais! Cute memo, cute
Oh, thanks for your permission. This is the happiest day of my life. Oh, I guess I'll have to get used to these French customs.
Marry you, Papa.
Oh, yeah. Now that everything's all set, I'm so nervous, I guess I better go and get everything ready so the wedding can take place as soon as possible. Good day.
Bonsoir, day.
Goodbye.
Je la faisais à l'océan delusional. C'est une bonne idée.
Well, how's the great lover this morning?
Kingfish, I ain't stopped a minute since yesterday when Madame Duval gave me permission to marry Colette.
Oh, been making arrangements, huh?
That's right.
Well, Andy, I just been reading the paper here. Here's your wedding announcement in here already.
Oh, it is, huh? Let me see it. Brown Duval. Arrangements are being made for the forthcoming marriage of Andrew H. Brown and Madame Duval. Say, Kingfish, what's the difference between Madame and Mademoiselle?
Well, Andy, both words start with madam, but I think the big difference is the oiselle.
Yeah, but what is the oiselle?
Well, now, as I recall, the oiselle means that the gal is still single.
It says Madame here, huh? But I guess the newspapers made a typographical error.
No, but this will solve the whole thing. There's a picture of the bride.
Holy smoke. I was engaged to marry Mrs. Duval.
Andy, how in the world could you do a stupid thing like that?
Well, you was the one that told me to get the mama's permission.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Holy smoke. This permission stuff. It's a good thing the papa wasn't alive, or I might be engaged to marry him right now.
Look, be blaming people. You had really got a mess on your hands.
Yeah, but what is I going to do? I can't tell Mrs. Duval that it's all a mistake, or she'd have the French government on me or something.
Well, fellows, how is it?
Terrible, Calhoun. Andy done found out that he proposed to the wrong woman.
He's lucky. A lot of fellas don't find that out until after they marry.
It ain't that kind of a thing. I done fell in love with a French gal, and by some mistake, I is now engaged to her mama.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You was engaged to marry the mother of the gal you was in love with?
That's right.
Sure gonna make an interesting honeymoon.
I don't know what to do, Calhoun. I don't know what to tell the old gal. Her and her daughter is on their way over here right now to make arrangements for the wedding.
Well, what about you and Colette?
Listen, Kingfish, if Colette wants to pawn me off on her mama, it means that I don't mean nothing to her.
Well, I don't know.
Hey, look, fellas. Here they come, fellas.
Calhoun, you gotta do something for the boy.
Wait a minute, fellas. Don't get me mixed up in this. I wouldn't know what to tell him.
Tell him anything. Tell him I've been married before.
Yeah, tell him he done murdered his first wife. That ought to restrain him.
Wait a minute, fellas.
Look, Calhoun, you've got to do this for me. Come on, Kingfish. Let's go out the back way.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Fine kettle of fish. Coming here for a nice social visit and... I do.
Le beau revoir, Monsieur Andre Brown. Oui, est-il ici?
Brown. Oh, yeah. Well, I take it you're the woman he's engaged to. And as I'm glad I seed you in time, I got a lot to tell you. Of course, I hate to tell you this about the man you's engaged to, but this man Brown is a killer.
Je ne le comprends pas. Qu'est-ce qu'il veut nous raconter? Je ne sais pas.
This is going to be a lot tougher than I thought it was. Sit down, gals. I say sit down. Sit down, you know, sit down. Sit down. Yeah, sit down. Yeah, sit down. Now, let me put it to you this way, gals. You see, this Andrew H. Brown has been married before, but he killed his wife. I say he killed his wife. Look, let me show you. Guns. Bang, bang, bang. His wife. You have shot me. You have shot me, your bride of only 2 hours. Bang, bang.
Señor, toma televisión.
And then adding insult to injury, after he shot her, he decided to give her poison.
Pardon?
Yeah, poison. I'll show you. See here? Glass. Water. Glug, 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 glug. And poisoning her, as if that wasn't enough, he changed into a monster and decided to give it the finishing touches. Like that. Who do you think you scared anyway? You got your nerve. Like I got to go at this from a different angle. Look, gal. Now, this man Brown is a murderer, but I'm going to show you how he operates. Come here. He come up to you and make violent love to you to make you think he's a nice fella.
Monsieur, que gentil.
And then he snuggle up real close to you like this to make you think he's crazy about you.
Ah, maman, je pense que t'aime aussi.
He tell him all the same thing. Sugar, you was the most beautiful woman I has ever met.
Ah, ouais, chérie. Ah, me plaît que je suis contente.
Then after he get you all softened up and get you in a romantic mood, he tell you, I loves you. I loves you.
Il m'aime. Oui, c'est le coup de foudre. Oh, maman. Oui.
Look, y'all understand that?
Oh, oui, monsieur. Nous comprenons.
I know that'll do it.
Amen, là. Avant de retour dans les bains. Bon, je le ferai tout de suite. Viens.
What's going on here?
I wish we'd hear from Calhoun so we can find out what happened when Colette and Miss Duval come in here.
Yeah, it's been an hour since they come in, and I think he should at least tell us how it come out.
Yeah, well, maybe they... Calhoun, what happened?
I don't know. But whatever it was terrible.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I was trying to get him off of Andy's neck, but somewhere along the line they got the idea that I wanted to marry the old gal. I got out of there just in the nick of time. Andy, she's still yours.
Oh, man. I'm still in a mess.
They neither one of you got the sense you was born with. And as usual, look like I got to straighten the thing out. And you definitely don't want the old gal.
No, Kingfish, I don't want no part of her.
Okay, I'll go up there and settle this thing once and for all. I'm going to give it to him straight from the shoulder.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do, Kingfish. Make him understand the situation.
Here, and I'll let you boys know what happened.
Hey, Kingfish, how'd you make out yesterday when you went up to see Mrs. Duval?
Oh, great, Andy. I just took my time and I made it clear to her that you wasn't interested in her, and the whole thing was a mistake.
Well, thank goodness for that. Kingfish, I don't know what I'd do without you sometime.
Well, Andy, I just use my head. Now, these things can be done if there's approach with a certain amount of intelligence.
Yeah, well, I gotta hand it to you, son.
Kingfish.
What is it, Amos?
Look.
Holy mackerel, they got me, man, the old gal.